Hello together, thank you for tuning in. I am Lydia and I'm from Germany, but I decided to take this opportunity to speak in English to maybe reach out to more people that are more speaking in different languages, and English is more common. So yeah, my theme today is like to be chosen and a bit of my way where I came from and how I found my way to God to be more closely. So I would say I am chosen, and obviously I as well choose to talk and serve the God in my own way. I wouldn't say I'm that holy, but I'm having a pure heart, and so that's a good qualification. You hear them as well answer the call that makes you as well the chosen one. Well, to be chosen don't mean only that you get to be chosen from God, Spirit, or whatever you want to call the higher almighty powers. Yeah, it's also mean that you choose to answer and do what they ask you to do. So it would be easy for me to say, oh, I'm so afraid to showing myself, cannot do this video. But I think that some people need to hear my story, and I really postponed it a while. So yeah, to be honest, I long wasn't sure if God was existing or to call him or whatever is out there God. I kind of knew in my whole life that there is some higher power that you could go to if there are some problems or some bigger crises, and that alone can be a relief. And yeah, I'm not always sure to talk or like to ask for help, and it really took me a time to then call to higher powers as I was grown in a more chaotic environment and where it wasn't that natural for us to ask for help and accept help. So it was kind of ingrained that asking for help isn't the first step, and that you have to first look what can you do, and then there's the family, and if then you don't come closer to what you want, then you can ask others. But obviously in some situations that's not the real deal. You should go with your problems and struggles. Yes, as I said, I didn't believe my whole life in God, but I prayed and was really kind of begging for help if I needed it or felt really depressed or like I didn't would come out of this situation alone. Like I was in a mother child institution and it was so controlling for myself and like all this pressure if you that you have your own baby and then they all wanted to tell you what to do and stuff. It was like getting over my head as I was like not used to getting help, and I'm more of an independent person, and it's overwhelming to be out of a sudden a mother and to get into the role. But yeah, at some point it was all too much, and so I prayed for help and support and like that I get to be understood better. And after a while, it really helped that I get more grounded and that the situation shifted a bit. And like obviously, it helped to grow into the role of a mother, but the environment you can't control. It's kind of up to God and how it plays out, you know. So yeah, you could say I got lucky that it went better, but still some situations seem to be like out of your control and you only can hope and pray. Like I don't want you to convince yourself that there is a God, but that was it for me. Like I was struggling to believe in God, but with the time I had some miracles happening and got more and more freedom and more things to choose and cycles. So yeah, and I as well believe in angels and that you can like cord cutting, you know, if you have somebody in your energy that's negative but it's out of your life, but there's still this connection, then you can ask upon your angels and cut the cords. But yeah, you don't have to believe in it, but if you believe, then that's really a release and you kind of feel it, that you get a bit more power back. And yeah, of course, it's always what you're choosing, and if you choose from love and light, and that there is outside more life and love, then you have your focus on the positive, but don't be overly positive, and that might could also help. I don't know if you believe in manifestations or not, and that isn't quite connected with religion, but in a way, I mean, you hear it over and over in the society, so there's a chance that you as well believe in it or hope that if you really have the intention at place, that it work out the way that you want. But guess what? If you choose God, then you also have to let go of your own understanding of things and your own wants. And that's a tricky part, as your mind has some ideas, desires, and it's sometimes very ego driven. And then there are opportunities, but then if you choose that, it leads to a completely other outcome. And if you believe in God and to be chosen, you have to get okay with this, knowing that your understanding isn't as right, as perfect as God's way and God's plan. Like, you have to see it like this. God has the knowing of everything. He's got the big picture in front of you, and you just have like a little piece, and there you find another piece, and then you try to stack them together, and it don't really fit. Like, some other pieces are missing, and God knows when you will find that pieces and how they all match together, and that if you choose a wrong piece, it might create a chaos that you don't want. So you really have to surrender and give him your permission, and like, he don't really necessarily talk to you with words. He tries to get your attention through signals, maybe even technology, and of course dreams, and maybe some nudges, or if you believe in angels, they could give you some hints and like angels numbers and show that you're in alignment with God's plan. And yeah, all this understanding I just gained within maybe the last 2 to 5 years. I would say before I was like living as I felt to, and sometimes I get some intuitive nudges, and sometimes I was ego driven. So yeah, so not everything worked out that way, but if you believe in God, you know that everything had his reason and had to play out as it meant to be. So then you also have the question, does God planned everything and you're just like a puppet or a muppet in this play? The answer is not quite. There are still some decisions you have to make, and there's something that is called free will. You actually know what it is or heard of it, yet that you can decide whether or not you want this, or want to do something different, or if you want to behave badly and then come back or don't come back. to choose differently. So yeah, that's the part of the free will. And so if you combine it with like this string theories and like parallel universes, and that there are a lot of possibilities how everything can go, and for every decision there are different ways the life can go into another timeline, and then you can jump timelines if you be aligned. Yeah, I know it's all over the place a bit, so thank you for still being here and listening to my story. Like, I also try to give you some value and give you some background you might have heard or will hear in the future, depending on which point of your journey you are. Like, I don't know if I really want to go into like 3D, 5D, and all that. I guess that you have an understanding. I put it simply that is this world we all know, that's the 3D, and there is this understanding that there are multiple dimensions above 3D. That the 3D is something like a simulation, where you kind of play a role, be like programmed, and just follow what the old way was, like the old systems. Then there's a next level where you are looking for solutions and ways to think about it, and like kind of be in the consciousness of the old ways, and then maybe come in the consciousness of how it all can be one. And like that's in between stage. And then there is like the fifth dimension. That's not like a brand new world or something. That's another consciousness, another understanding of the world, where it's more peacefully and all aligned. And yeah, I guess there are some other people who can understand, explain it more understandably, but like that, you know, that the fifth dimension is like the new way, and a lot of people kind of go in the direction and all. And that's all to be said. That I kind of want to live in this higher consciousness. And yeah, my way is more to bring some light in this world and some understandings. It's not that much to directly change the world with being politically or like environmentally involved, but yeah, to kind of be who I am and show that there are other possibilities, and there are a lot of other people who also have this leading position, and I'm just coming into it. So I just begin with my story. It is it's also connected with a Divinely Aligned channel. I'm a member there in the Love and Light Club. Shout out. um, Like I stumble upon the videos in the on YouTube, and it's all about living in the now, like being authentically and choosing to be a channel. And I don't really want you to copy me if you don't resonate with that. I just want you to think if you might be also chosen or want to be chosen, or just have this awareness that there are people out here and that is really real and not just magic and woo woo. Like, of course, there are some fake people, and you, with social media and all, you have to be careful. But if you feel the vibe and you really feel into it, like it's really about feeling and sensing, like not only what you hear, but also what you feel, the frequency and all. So if you are into this, then I would love that you just hear my rambling and understand that there's more than the eyes could see in this world. Yeah, I'm as well a mother of a almost 6-year-old son, and so I'm also have to manage to be a good mother and breaking cycles is I don't really want him to feel like neglected or not seen and not heard and like um feeling in trouble and all. I really want him that he comes to me and that I'm a good mother. I'm just still have my struggles and all. I'm not the perfect mother, but yeah, I just do my best as every parent do. So yeah, I'm not better or worse as any of you, and I just don't want you to think that I'm better as anything. I just have some different knowledge, and I'm on a specific path. I just get more and more comfortable in, and yeah, I guess for one video it's like a lot of information. I would love it if you comment some things if you want to hear more. Like, I'm not sure I told a lot of my story, but a bit. So for this video, I guess it's the level I'm open for. Maybe I get more open in another video. So thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new or you get some confirmations like that your view is right and that we are all one and that there is not only this world what you may see yet, and that there are people who wanna better for this whole world and the whole peoples in it, and that the world is ascending. So yeah, you're in the right space here. um, I don't know if I continue here on YouTube, but I guess you will hear me. Maybe you find me on TikTok as well. I'm as well on Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, I'm not out of the world, but maybe I make some more of this videos. So thank you for listening and have a great day. Bye bye.